When I get that feeling, I want spiritual healing. So remember when a narcissist put me in jail for drinking the last beer. Remember, it's always who you know, usually with the Masons in town, right? So if a family member was in the big real cop land, and then they got the Mason land going on too, right? Again, tried to do me dirty, and I can't express enough how these people have wanted all the good people to fucking feel shitty and hate them, hate everybody, be jealous and be envious of everybody because they hate themselves. They'll never be great. They'll never amount to anything, and they know it. They know it deep in their core that they're a piece of shit, but they love it, and they only love tearing you down and bringing you back, smearing your name, dominating over top of you. A lot of misogynists and Jezebels, they want to see you clean all day. They like it. So very much, again, in my old apartment, I can't express enough how I'm grateful to actually be in a clean space, because what they were doing to my carpet, how disgusting it actually was, and the dirt that was coming down, whether it was dirt magic, whatever spells they were doing, and whatever the drones were doing, because there was lots up there when I lived there, and again, making my voice loud so people could hear, trying to put me in fear. And again, abusive, like I was getting too close to something, they had to shove me out. But again, I was abused in there forever, to the point where my charger wouldn't work. The fridge was hit with scalar weapons forever. A leak in the dishwasher, a leak in the toilet. And again, it kept circling around for the whole time, very, very much as a hate crime and a targeted individual, where my windows, because I'm not like that. I'm not materialistic, and I don't study and watch. My windows clean. They weren't clean. And I watched a window guy come there, and he never did my windows. So there's got to be more to the story, again, with a hate crime and a scapegoat than just let's pick on Lynn, because there's got to be something better, bigger. And it's got to be for me to keep being Nancy Drew and figuring it out, right? I used to love those books as a kid. So again, sharing and speaking as I'm being scalar weaponized right in the back right now. And again, keep in mind, in my back, I have 2 rods, 4 tacks, 3 pins, and 3 dividers, where these people want to see you walking with a cane. I've said this before, or in a wheelchair, because that's what a narcissist does. So remember, the narcissist is always out to get you and me, but they think you're the dirty person like them when you're not. So again, keep in mind, the way manifesting works is whatever you're creating on your inside is going to be reflected to you, they say. Well, nothing I've created in the inside, because these guys have taken that all away from me and done whatever they wanted. So my manifestation should have been here about fucking 5 to 6 years ago. And now I got to say again, I am patient. I am kind. While these guys did an MKUltra on me, and then they got the community to go ahead and do it as well, a double whammy, and I'm still standing here. Where's the narcissist? Are you on the ground still, little boys and girls? Are you gonna keep sitting there? We just hate. Like, when I'm imitating them, they gotta know. You gotta know how stupid you sound, man. Because I'm imitating your voices. Do you guys like it? Because I'm giving it right back to you. Remember, you're the abusers. You've abused everybody in the whole city and the whole planet. You've abused your kids. You've abused everybody's right. You've abused people's freedom of speech. You've abused people's bodies, their souls, their spiritual connections. You've abused everything on everybody that's been good. And you knew, because they're like vultures. They know who to come after. But again, they like them real weak. They like them where you don't know a fucking thing. So again, the smear campaign about you being dumb, stupid, ugly, loser, this and that, is again, they just don't want anyone to have you. They want to see you isolated with nobody. So again, speaking of what's been happening to me here, what else were they trying to do to me? Think about it. No contact, had to get a new phone last February because, again, stalking in my other phone. But again, they could still see me in this one as well. It was still cloned out. How many people and how many criminals in this city had my number? So every time I needed to call somebody that I liked, it's still never gone through to the one great guy that I love. Not one and nothing. And I bet you it hasn't. Because again, last night I was going to play one of his videos, a video, and the guy hid it again in my Google. So this is what they do. As well as when I'm on the road out there, this is how trick photography works. They look, and they'll keep sending me people that look like somebody I know, and it will be like a twin, like a doppelganger. And it looks like the person, and they'll literally even put their clothes on them when in driving a car. So say my cool ex, they've shown him out there driving in the old same car, the same everything. That's how fucked up this is. And then they show me friends driving by me, like the people that I can't stand anymore as stalkers. And then they manipulate you all day. You know who that was, Lynn. You know who that was. But then when they're doing it all day, they keep sending them. So they do it with like the beast computer too, I'm gathering, right? Like Skynet. I'm assuming it's Skynet too. And then the criminals in this city won off of that. Because keep in mind, I've been watched since I was a little girl. So I've never had a chance for nothing. And then finally I got sober, and that's where everybody gets a chance. Everybody. Do you see me sitting in victim mentality here going, oh, poor me. They've been watching me since I was a kid. What am I gonna do? No, I got sober. A guy framed me and put me in fucking jail for drinking the last beer. And I was so manipulated in there. A guy came back with a second charge. And then you go back home and I didn't say anything. It wasn't me. Well, the cop came back twice, so go fuck yourself. And I'm sick of these bitches. And I'm sick of the fact that they'll go move in and take over your house, but they're not there. They're a temporary. When I started drinking near beer, you think that guy could stick around? No, because they're fucking cowards. And they're the kind of people that will frame you for anything. And they'll frame their kids too. They'll frame their kids. They'll go after their kids. Scapegoatism, abusive. I hate crime. Human trafficking. A lot of it's their family members. So keep that in mind when you want to join in and pick on somebody what the fuck the bigger picture was. Or I'm going to put it out there that I was right the whole time, because I did make videos, a year or two ago, when I told those cops in February that I'm so fucked in the head I could go do cocaine with RB. And when my cool ex about 8 to 10 years ago, when those little shit fucking narcissists came into our house on Foster Ave, pretending to be cops, and then brought guns, and still pretended 8 to 10 years ago that they were cops. And then when he yelled, "Don't worry about Lynn Waldron, she doesn't even know how to start a fire," which was fucking true. And it's funny, trying to frame me for starting a fire. Don't worry about Lynn, she doesn't even know how to start a fire. Why don't you go worry about RB selling cocaine to people on the street? So all of this now transposed into all of this now, 10 years later, still going on, still the cops. But now these people haven't gone to a meeting yet. The fake cops, whatever they are. They haven't gone to a meeting yet, and they're all strung out on fucking whatever they're strung out on, man. Heroin, coke, meth, whatever they're on. These are the people with the fucking things on them, man. The things, the spots. And you're going to tell me that this was only happening to me? I'm going to say it wasn't, and I'm going to say it wasn't, and I'm going to keep looking at the bigger picture that this is saving a lot of people's lives in London, and that's how I am. I'm a fucking freedom fighter for everybody. Again, being selfless, I don't just think of myself. I think of everybody else that actually that I ever had a fucking awesome interaction with at one point, and wondering what the fuck went on around this city. Because I guarantee if it was him or that abusive family that I had, and all those cops in those uniforms that are shitty misogynists, I know exactly what's going on, and I'm going to keep fucking speaking. Every time I remember something, I'm going to put it out there. And the great thing about it is they'll always have a way to try to abuse me again, but I'm going to say I am a freedom fighter, because again, I'm not going to do coke. I'm never going to drink again, and I know that, and I can full-heartedly say I won't, because I would never, ever go back to being in the same room with one of those people, doing an illegal drug, drinking with them, where that they're the kind of people that when I did go to the bathroom, who knows what kind of drugs they were putting in my drink, who knows what else they were putting in the cocaine. And these people, this is 10 years later, well, 8 years ago since I've done coke, about 7 to 8. These people haven't stopped, and they do it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. What's going on? What's fucking going on, man? That's when we take the power back as the other people in the city, and we all should be uniting against corruption, against abusers, and against these fucking pieces of shit that would just walk right in your house, man. Sending me gang stalkers still, man. Thinking they own me. They treated me like a fucking piece of shit, man. They're still scalar weaponizing me right now, right up my fucking back, knowing full well that I had a fucking failed back surgery. Spreading my name around like I'm some shithead piece of shit. No, I had to get a lawyer not to do an abusive job that was created for me too, like a fucking scam. An abusive transaction in the place anyway. Nobody should even be working there if you're an empath. But again, the narcissists bully you and make you feel down when you're in your job too. So again, that's all the masterminds. They've created this where they want the good people to be stuck so that they can just still keep you stuck and then talk about everybody. Never to get to where I am right now to help anybody, men, as a freedom fighter. So I'm going to keep speaking my truth, and I'm going to keep working through the fucking pain. Again, even in my old place, when they were putting in the air and burning me every night in the bed, burning me, men. It's burning the fuck out of me, men. And again, I told these fucking criminal people that dressed up in uniforms in February, I said the name Arby, that I wanted a restraining order. And I've mentioned this years ago on a video. Back then, and again, like any woman, when you're fucked up on cocaine and you're drunk, you would be too afraid because he's the kind of guy that will manipulate anything. He started mentioning fucking HA's names to me. I'm going to tell so-and-so you did this. I don't even know those guys. I don't know them. Why would I talk about people? I don't talk about people, man. I don't fucking gossip. And why would I talk about that? That's not my style. But this is the kind of guy that could go around and fucking tell anyone anything, and they would. He's so good at it. The manipulation, the trickster energy, the triangulation is phenomenal. I mean, the guy could get an Oscar. Just like, what's the guy in Silence of the Lambs? You get it? Get where I'm going with this? That's what's going on in the city. It's more than narcissism, man. This is disgusting psychopathy. And if you're sitting there wanting to watch somebody being targeted and being bullied, man, and watching shit like this happen to her and thinking it's funny, and you kept watching on a fucking surveillance video, and you can't turn it around and think, oh my God, this is wrong. Why am I watching this? Or is that just him manipulating me? Because if people in the city were watching me, you're fucking gross, man. You're fucking sick. You really need to go to a meeting. And then you can talk about forgiving yourself, because it's that gross. But again, this is the guy that used to follow me. He'd just show up anywhere. Every time I tried to get away. And the last time I got away, he was sleeping on the couch, and I walked away, and I never did cocaine one more time. That was it. I looked at him, how disgusting he was. And I knew this is not for me, and he's disgusting. But again, it was the only time I could get away. So keep in mind, when a woman or a man is trying to get away from somebody, and they're trying to get away, and the person keeps running after them, and then all of a sudden they'll just show up somewhere, and then they start stalking your cool ex. When I finally had a peace bond, I couldn't even call the cops. I was too afraid. Never mind talk about people, but they just make up shit. I'm going to tell so-and-so you did this. You never said anything about anybody. These are the people we need locked behind fucking doors, man. They need to be fucking chained up. They should be the scapegoat. And if I was that really cruel, I would say put them on their knees and fucking chain them up. Because they're disgusting, man. And I hope wherever you are on the planet, you can keep getting away from these people, because I tried 1,000,000 times. And again, it would always be to go back and do this. And again, that's what they want, right? Again, because I had the addiction, I didn't care then that I was hanging out with a psychopath, until finally one day I was still drunk in the morning and I realized, whoa, this is gross. I'd already lost the best guy ever. And I think that's what a lot of people need. They need to come back to love, and they need to know that if you truly do love somebody, you would fucking quit drinking. You would quit doing drugs. You would get your life back on track. So again, keep in mind, 13:33 on the timer, keep in mind, these people hate their kids. So remember, if I had to go do changing ways, they're the people that can go in and say, hey bud, I'm going to give you this. Can I just sign myself out today? I'm going to keep signing myself out. And they never do anything. So these people have literally gotten away with murder since day one, and it's never stopped. And then just some goof like that, telling people, guess what I do? I go to changing ways and sign myself out, and now everybody's doing it. And then you got this big mass mob of angry little Huggies diaper wearing little entitled people thinking that they fucking own you and they hate you, when all you were doing was actually being a kind person to everybody. And now you're healed and you're gonna hate somebody when you look in the mirror every day that you fucking goddamn hate your shitty self. And if I had hate in my heart, I'd fucking hate you all too. But I just fucking said no. And it's still going on because of this fucking psychopath that I'd already said that I wanted locked up. So again, this is where, again, coming into sobriety, coming into breaking down your addictions is vital. But you know what? I am a lucky one. I am a brave one, and I am a freedom fighter. And you know what? A lot of girls don't make it. A lot of them don't. And it's fucking bullshit, man. And that's what I'm here for, is the ones who don't have a voice. The ones who are in those meetings trying, and then they get that guy again. Because the guy or the girl that's pulling you back, they'll never fucking do it, man. That's their whole game. They're weak. These fucking psychopaths that pretend they're the big me, they're shit. They're shit. And when you get your power back as a woman or a man and they're afraid of you, just by being yourself, how much better is that to give yourself the gift of life back that somebody almost killed you with? You were almost dead because of these monsters. This isn't a fucking movie, man. This is real life. Whether I was put in a Truman Show MKUltra thing, this is my real life, man. No one has the right to take away anyone's life with energy, with lies, with bullshit, and we don't want to get into the other stuff, but I'm talking about the way just being a human is. And when somebody can't be a human and have empathy for somebody, you got a real fucking city and a shit fucking planet, man. And the ones that have gone before me, again, I can't thank them enough because they gave me my voice, man. There's sometimes you just meet somebody and it's a connection. You don't know what it is right away, but you know, you're so grateful that you met them because maybe their fucking meme meant something to you. Maybe just that one interaction with them meant something, and maybe you were meant to cross paths. You always are with somebody, but now somebody again has gone and tainted. We'll use RB's word, taint. The guy who said, I'm going to put her in a wood chipper. I'll put you in a wood chipper, Lynn, and nobody will know. And everybody laughed. Doing cocaine. And what was just one joke and nobody cared, that he probably didn't just say it to me. And everybody laughed. And you kept laughing because you were too afraid because you're cowards. And I'm not talking about the empaths, man. I'm not talking about the ones that are fearful of everything like they wanted. I'm talking about, the misogynists, the other psychopaths. Nobody healing. The same people like him. Ha ha ha, look what I did. I was supposed to go do changing ways to get off of my whatever breach or whatever the fuck it was. And no, not one piece of shit went. And I just saw a name, a timer on the clock that reminded me of another piece of shit too, that tried to mirror me and be me. And then I had red flags. When I have red flags, no. There's fucking things called boundaries, man. And I'm here for those women and those other men that when they even go into a meeting, you got the predators there too, the ones that'll last a minute. I want to come back. And in a criminal ring, they would have people set up like that as well. And again, it's because they're all fucking cowards. They're shitty people. They're not even human. And because you know what it all just came down to? Their ego. Their ego was too big to fucking give a shit about anybody else but their piece of shit fucking entitled self. And I'm gonna leave it at that for right now. That was a big, huge ramble, and I'm forgetting something else. This is the guy, when I finally walked away, I could never get away. So following my cool ex around town, again, sending those fucking fake cops to my old house. I moved in my new apartment building where I moved to. I said I didn't want my number on the board. Somebody saw it there months later. There was my number, with my unit number, with my thing, in the same building I just left. So again, tell me that's not a not done on purpose thing, where the psychopath now could find me. And now he's found all of you guys too and brought you into his mess because somebody didn't do their job right in the goddamn first place. I can't stress enough, when you're sober, life is amazing and nobody's ever going to take your life away from you because you have the eyes to see and you have the brain. And everything I keep putting up is to get your brain back because, again, they're killing people with the drones, and in the city they're killing everybody, and it's the narcissists with their stinky, yucky energy. And people like that, baby, can I bring you a water when I was working out at the gym? No, thank you, I'm good. And it wasn't like that. I didn't even like him like that. It was to just do cocaine. So that's what a lot of the girls are in fear of too. You're hooked to drugs, and now you can't get away with from these monsters. And so you're gonna have to look into yourself and get serious. Do you want to keep hanging out with less than desirable people, or are you gonna fucking be honest with yourself today and admit you have a goddamn fucking problem? It's the only way to get away from these people. I can't stress it enough, because the narcissist will never put down an addiction. And if you know you're here for something bigger and you're sick of these people dominating over you, that's what I'm here for, is to use my mess as a message, because these people will never stop. And the next thing is, I am grateful, and I am very, very blessed, and I am very lucky to be alive because I chose myself. These are the people that you're in getting your hair done and you're in a new hairdresser now and they'll still fucking find you, man. And I guarantee it was him that stole my Facebook with that family, with everything. And it just never stopped. And it's still going on, man. It's still going on. They'll never see it your way. They're always the victim and I'm the villain. Because you know why? I had the eyes to see. And I'm very grateful for that today. Again, I'll keep talking. I'll keep spilling the beans on abuse because I am breaking it down. But again, these people aren't allowed to just show up where you are. And again, being sober now, I can put them in jail if anyone was ever going to arrest anybody. But I did mention this back in February and nobody did a fucking thing in the city of London. I even called, and because somebody cloned out my phone, probably him, but I'm not scared because I know the universe is protecting me and I know I'll never see him. But if I ever did, I would point to him and make sure he got arrested, because being sober gives you back your whole vitality and you get all your energy back. It comes back to you very nicely, easily and effortlessly. And you start healing one day at a time. And then, you know, just by you speaking your truth, eventually these people will get the fucking into jail where they belong, or the psychiatric hospital, because that's what they need. And I still can't believe in London, Ontario, Canada, our psychiatric hospital is closed. It's very weird to me because it's getting worse and worse. We'll leave it at that for today. I hope wherever you are on the planet, you can use your mess as a message as well, because it's time to start ending narcissism, psychopathy, and abuse and human trafficking across the planet. Remember, when you see it, when you know, you do the sign. Namaste.